Admiral Chen Wei stood at the observation deck of the dreadnought Prometheus, watching the last remnants of the Galactic Council's homeworld burn in the vacuum of space. The planet's atmosphere had been stripped away 3 days ago, leaving nothing but a molten core spinning helplessly in the void. She felt no satisfaction, only the cold weight of necessity. "Ma'am," came the voice of her tactical officer, Lieutenant Morrison. "The final sweep confirms it. No life signs detected across the entire system." Chen nodded, her reflection ghost-like in the reinforced viewport. "Mark it complete in the logs. System designation, Kithara 7, sterilized." It had been 18 months since the Council's ultimatum reached Earth. "Humanity is a plague upon the galaxy," their message had declared in 17 different languages. "You spread without consideration, consume without restraint, and wage war without honor. By unanimous decision of the 47 member species of the Galactic Council, your species is sentenced to extinction. You have 1 solar rotation to surrender your fleets. Resistance will result in the annihilation of your homeworld." The Council had made one critical miscalculation. They assumed humanity would respond like any rational species. They expected negotiation, perhaps desperate bargaining, maybe even submission. They had studied human history, noted the wars and conflicts, but somehow missed the most crucial element of human nature. When pushed to the brink of extinction, humans didn't simply fight back. They became something else entirely. Dr. Sarah Voss, the lead xenobiologist aboard Prometheus, approached the Admiral. Her face was gaunt, aged by months of sleepless nights and moral compromise. "The quantum resonance data from Kithara 7 confirms our projections, Admiral. The dimensional cascade effect propagated exactly as modeled. Every Council world connected to their quantum communication network experienced simultaneous molecular dissolution." "How many?" Chen asked, though she already knew the answer. 47 homeworlds. Estimated combined population, 2.4 trillion sentient beings. Voss paused, her voice barely a whisper. "Gone. All of it." The irony wasn't lost on any of them. Humanity had been sentenced to death for being violent and warlike by a council that chose genocide as their first diplomatic option. The 47 species that had sat in judgment of human nature had demonstrated that they possessed every quality they had condemned in humanity. But with one crucial weakness, they had grown complacent in their technological superiority. The Council had developed quantum communication technology, faster than light travel, and energy shields that could deflect antimatter. But they had never needed to weaponize quantum mechanics itself. That innovation had come from humanity's desperation, their refusal to die quietly. Captain Zhang from the science vessel Darwin, docked with Prometheus for the final phase of the operation, joined them on the observation deck. "Admiral, the dimensional mapping is complete. We've confirmed that the cascade effect can't propagate beyond the quantum communication network. The universe itself is stable." Chen felt a weight lift from her shoulders. When they had first deployed the weapon, there had been a small but terrifying possibility that it might unravel reality itself, not just in the targeted systems, but everywhere. The mathematics had suggested the effect would be contained, but mathematics and reality didn't always align when dealing with quantum-scale phenomena. "What's our next move, Admiral?" Morrison asked. "The Outer Rim species are waiting for our response." Chen walked to the central holotable, where a 3-dimensional map of the local galactic arm rotated slowly. Red markers indicated the sterilized Council worlds. Yellow markers showed neutral species territories. Blue markers represented human colonies, now the dominant spacefaring civilization in this sector of the galaxy. "We do what humanity has always done," she said finally. "We adapt. We build. We try to be better than what came before." She gestured at the red markers. "The Council judged us by our worst qualities while ignoring our best ones. They never considered that the same species capable of such destruction might also be capable of mercy. Dr. Voss looked up from her tablet. "Admiral, the quantum signature analysis reveals something interesting." Several Council species had developed early-stage cascade technology themselves. They were already researching weapons of mass quantum destruction. The room fell silent. The implications were staggering. If the Council had succeeded in destroying humanity, they would have eventually turned their new weapons on each other, or on other species they deemed threatening. "Ma'am," Morrison said quietly, "maybe we saved the galaxy from something worse." Chen nodded slowly. The burden of 2.4 trillion deaths would never leave her, but perhaps those deaths had prevented something even more catastrophic. The Council had been a powder keg of competing interests held together by the threat of mutual destruction. Without an external enemy to focus their aggression on, they might have destroyed themselves anyway, taking countless other species with them. "Signal all ships," she commanded. "We're returning to Earth. It's time to start building something better than the Galactic Council ever was." As Prometheus turned away from the burning remains of Kithara 7, Chen reflected on what humanity had become. They had been forced to commit an act of unprecedented destruction, but they had also demonstrated their capacity for restraint. They could have sterilized the entire galaxy, but chose to limit their response to the Council worlds alone. The galaxy was quiet now, waiting to see what kind of civilization would emerge from the ashes of the old order. Humanity would have to prove that they deserved the terrible responsibility they had claimed through violence. They would have to show that beings capable of burning worlds were also capable of nurturing them. The war was over. The real challenge was just beginning.